welcome to Mad Bloggers. I am Manish and we are happy to announce our first video series for Photoshop. We'll be covering different tools in this video series, step-by-step instructions to help teachers and students learn basic skills in Photoshop. So let's get started. The first thing is to create a Photoshop document. Here we specify the width and the height as well as the background as transparent. We will cover this in greater detail in our video series later. This video will cover a quick overview of the tools. So let's begin. The toolbar is located on the left hand side. The first tool is Move tool. The Move tool is used to move layers, selections and guides within a Photoshop document. The Rectangular Marquee tool. The Rectangular Marquee tool draws a rectangular selection. Press and hold Shift as you drag to draw a square selection. The Lasso tool. With this Lasso tool, you can draw a free-form selection outline around an object. Then you have an Object Selection tool. New as of the Photoshop CC 2020, the Object Selection tool lets you select an object just by dragging a rough selection outline around it. The Crop tool. The use of the Crop tool in the Photoshop is to crop an image and remove any unwanted areas. The Frame tool, new as of Photoshop CC 2019, the Frame tool lets you place images into rectangular or elliptical shapes. Eyedropper tool. The Photoshop's eyedropper tool samples color in an image. Spot healing brush tool. The spot healing brush in Photoshop quickly removes blemishes and other minor problem areas in an image. Brush tool. The brush tool is Photoshop's primary painting tool. Use it to paint brush strokes on a layer or on a layer mask. Clone stamp tool. The clone stamp tool is the most basic of Photoshop's retouching tools. It samples pixels from one area of the image and paints them over pixels in another area. History brush tool. The history brush tool paints a snapshot from an earlier step into the current version of the image. Eraser tool. The eraser tool in Photoshop permanently erases pixels on a layer. Gradient tool. Photoshop's gradients tool draws gradual blends between multiple colors. The blur tool, it allows to blur and soften areas where you can paint over with the tool. Dodge tool, paint over areas in the image with the dodge tool to lighten them. Pen tool. Photoshop's pen tool allows you to draw extremely precise paths, vector shapes or selections. Horizontal type tool, also known as the type tool in Photoshop. Use the horizontal type tool to add standard type to your document or text. Path selection tool. Use the path selection tool in Photoshop to select and move an entire path at once. Rectangle tool. The rectangle tool draws rectangular vector shapes, paths or pixel shapes. Rotate view tool. Use the rotate view tool in Photoshop to rotate the canvas so you can view and edit the image from different angles. Zoom tool. Click on the image with the zoom tool to zoom in on a specific area. So that's an overview of the toolbar. Let's go ahead and have a look at top 3 tools for this video that will be covered. So in this video we'll cover Move tool, Crop tool and Content Aware tool. So let's add on an image. So I have just dragged and dropped an image inside here. It is added as a smart object. So first thing first is the Move tool. So you can see here, we can select the move tool and drag the image right, left, or you could drag it within the area that is within the document. Let's try to use the next tool, that is a crop tool. The moment you select crop tool, it allows you to crop and select specific area that you would like to draw or crop the image on. Once you select it, hit enter and it will crop that image. Now you can see here, there is this small skid mark on the road which has been seen in the image. We'd like to remove that using the content aware tool. So let's zoom into that and do our selection. So you can select the magnetic lasso, which will allow to make better, finer selections. So I could just drag and select this area on there. So this could be any other feature in the photograph that is available. So once this is all selected, you can see there are some areas which are selected over the extra one. So here you can do finer selections. So you can, let's go ahead and subtract that. So I'll select the subtract tool from the top and it removes out that extra part which I do not want to be edited. So this is just for the demonstration purpose, but obviously when it comes to your own image, you can be more precise about it. Once this is done, I'll hit Shift Delete on a Mac, or I'll hit backspace, Shift and backspace on a Windows OS. Now you can see that I get an error which says could not complete your request because the smart object is not directly editable. Because remember earlier when I opened the document, I added it in as a smart object. I just drag and drop. It is not opened as a layer or an image. It's added in as a smart object. So first thing first we'll have to do is convert this to a layer. So what you can do is you could right click on the smart object and select convert to layers. So once you select convert to layers, this image will prompt, click yes on that and it will convert that to a layer. Now this will allow us to use the content aware tool on the layer. So now press Shift Delete on Mac and Shift backspace on a Windows operating system. It will prompt you for a content aware fill. This content aware fill provides you different options. So you could use it to default. You have different options to choose from. We'll leave it to the default settings at this one and click OK. As soon as it is clicked OK, you can see here it's now I'll show you the original image and that's the previous image. So that's how you can use the content aware fill to remove some marks or different features within the image and use it to fill it with the surrounding pixels. Well, that's all for this video. Stay tuned for more upcoming video tutorials and let us know in the comments if you'd like us to cover any specific areas of the Photoshop. Make sure you like and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. See you for the next video. Bye bye.